What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video, if you will say. This video is my first one of 2026. It is currently January 3rd. It is 4 p.m. Out here in the East Coast, and this video is going to be about how my 2025 went. I feel like a lot of people were making videos. I got pretty busy at the end of the year. I went out to New York. I spent New Year's over there after Christmas and stuff, so it was pretty fun, and I'm back in my hometown. But besides that, I feel like 2025, my year changed completely, not only financially, not only connections wise and relationships or whatever, but it was also personal, right? Just because it allowed me to pay off my parents' debt, it allowed me to help my parents out, it allowed me to help people around me out, and that's what truly brought me happiness. And I feel like I was able to find who I truly was. So if you don't know me, my name's Jackson. I'm 21 years old. I run an info product agency, so pretty much I just help content creators that teach something like day trading or e-commerce or sales, right? And obviously they teach that to an audience. They have an audience online, and meaning that they sell some form of mentorship or course, and I simply help them scale that to multiple 7 figures per year or per month. All right, one of the clients that I currently work with is in the day trading niche, and we were able to do over $5 million in the year of 2025, and that is going from in quarter 4 of 2024, we did like 100 grand in a single month, not in a single month, sorry, in a single quarter. I'm going to then being able to do like a $850,000 month all organic. So it's pretty crazy. I also done like $1 million in a month with a crypto offer, etc. But that's just a little bit about me. Now going into the year of 2025. So my life changed, like I mentioned. I was able to generate multiple 6 figures. I didn't generate a 7-figure month, right? I'm not a millionaire yet, right? I'm not a liquid millionaire yet. So besides that, I was able to make a lot of people around me a lot of money at the very beginning of the year. And I kind of want to talk about lessons that I kind of learned in 2025. So one of the lessons is that money will solve problems, right? Actually, I wrote it down because I don't want to mess this one up. Money solves problems, but it truly exposes you. And what I mean by that is that, money will solve most of your problems, right? If right now you're walking, right? You're walking from your job to your house, right? Money will solve your problem of being able to buy a car, whether it's a $5,000 Honda Civic or if it's a $100,000 BMW, right? It will solve that problem of you getting to your destination quicker. You don't have to walk in the cold if you're in the East Coast, right? But what I mean by it exposes you is that I started to make a really large amount of money after the summer of 2025, right? Consistently. And I stopped doing the things that mattered, right? I stopped praying. I stopped eating good. I stopped going to the gym. I stopped caring about myself, because guess what? The more money I started to make, the more problems I started to have, the more issues that I had in my business, the more things that I struggled with, the more things that I had to be in charge of, right? So what happened is that I was pulling in 10-hour days, 8-hour days, 12-hour days, just working and working and working, and I truly let go of myself, and I kind of regret that because I gained a lot of weight, and I guess that was more of a personal issue, but it exposed me, right? I wasn't disciplined with what I was following before, right? I wasn't disciplined in going to the gym. I wasn't disciplined in praying to God. I wasn't disciplined on following my daily routine. So that kind of exposed me in a way, right? Because how they mentioned, more money, you do have more problems, but again, it's not even bad problems. But besides that, that's the first lesson that I learned in 2025. The second one is that the environment that you have can make or break you. I feel like a lot of people know that. A lot of people, when they start making money, they stay stagnant, they stay in their hometown, they stay in their same place. I literally moved out in March of 2025. If you go back to my not very first video, but it was a vlog that says probably now a year ago that I made, and I talked about my goals. I talked about me wanting to hit 100K a month, me wanting to buy a BMW M3. I don't have an M3, I have an X5M. me wanting to move to Miami. Like, I literally talk about all my goals in that video, and it was like a 30-minute video. I don't remember how long. It might have been even 40 minutes of me just yapping in that vlog. But I spent New Year's alone at that time, and I had no one in my life, right? And my only environment was literally just me being in my house, just trying to make shit happen. And I ended up moving to Miami in a skyrise apartment, right? And my environment completely changed. Being able to be a fucking small ass fish in a big ass pond kind of changed me, right? I was making like $20,000-$30,000 a month consistently when I moved to Miami, and then now I'm making anywhere from $70,000, $80,000 to $100,000 a month consistently, right? I hit to $100,000 months in the month of 2025 profit. So it truly changed me, right? And the funny part is that those large amount of money that I made was here in my hometown, but that is after I built that, environment around me. I was able to make friends. I was able to change my mindset. I was able to stick to my plan. So that kind of changed, right? So if you're someone that's making some money online, I would suggest to take that next step. Moving out is a risk. Starting a business, doing whatever is not truly a risk, right? Because the only time you actually fail is when you give up. And I think I state that on a lot of my videos. But moving out is a risk, right? Because you're signing away 1 year, right, of commitment to make sure that you pay rent, right? My rent was $6,000 a month when I moved out to Miami. I had a business partner we shared, so I was paying $3,000, $3,100 a month, right? Meaning that no matter what, I had to pay $36,000, $37,000 in a year. Mind you, I'm not in Miami right now because I broke my lease, and that was an extra $12,000 that I had to pay to break my lease. So if you don't have the money to move out, don't do it, but do change your environment. And what I mean by that, it's either stepping out of your comfort zone, right? Moving out of your hometown because it will change your mentality. Or secondly, just ditch your friends that do not make you better. Meaning friends that drink, friends that smoke, friends that have bad vices. Just cut them off completely. That is changing your environment. I hope that makes sense, and I hope you guys actually if you want a better life, just fucking change that. Lastly, consistency beats intensity every single time, right? No matter if you're the most talented person in the room, no matter if you go as hard as possible, can you be consistent? Meaning, can you stick to your goals? Can you stick to your task? And what I mean by that is, if you go to the gym 4 or 5 times per week, or if you hit cardio every single day, if you walk 10,000 steps every single day, no one can tell me you're going to lose weight in the entire year, in the entire 3 months, in the entire 6 months plan that you have set for yourself, right? Doesn't matter if someone goes harder than you at the gym. That person may not be consistent. Maybe that person goes once or twice or 3 times per week. Maybe 1 week they go 4 times, and next week they go 0 times. What about you? What if you go 4 times per week consistently for the next year? You would change your body, you would change your mind, you would change yourself overall. That's what I'm trying to do. And what I mean by being consistent is that I was consistent in the gym for 3 months. My mind changed, my body changed, I made more money, I was more disciplined, right? Obviously, I wasn't consistent entirely, but I was consistent in business. I did not miss a single fucking day of work until December. In December, I realized, I was like, hold up. Ever since I started entrepreneurship, I started in 2023, but my actual agency or business model, I started it in Q1 of 2024, right? Where I was actually consistent and didn't miss a day. I was like, hold up, bro. Like, let me just take December, not the whole month of December, obviously, like Christmas time, New Year's, whatever, of just, let me just not work for a week, because I took kind of just a mental break from it. Because at the end of the day, bro, like, we're all fucking human. We're not robots. So I actually did take a mental break from it. And I was able to find out and figure out what I wanted to do going into the new year. I was able to set up new goals. I was set up to have a new mindset. And I was able to change my mind. Because at the end of the day, like, I work at home. I have an office space. This is where I'm currently at, outside in the parking lot. But my mind changed completely from that, from being able to take a break at least. But I was consistent every single day. I was not missing a day, meaning I was not going to miss a lucky day. And I didn't. And look where I'm at now. I'm making consistent 5 figures per month. I'm you know, my agency is making consistently 6 figures per month, right? Obviously I have team members that I pay, so I'm not profiting 6 figures a month, but it doesn't matter because now I realize that I don't really give a fuck about any materialistic things. A lot of my goals going into 2025 were materialistic, right? I wanted to buy my mom a car. I wanted to buy myself a car. I wanted to move out. I wanted to buy myself a Rolex. I wanted to buy my dad a watch. I had all these materialistic thoughts, and that's good. You need to have a driver. You need to have something that pushes you to accomplish these goals. And although I didn't buy myself a watch because my mindset changed throughout the year, I didn't buy my mom a car because realistically, she doesn't fucking need one. She has a 2018 Subaru that she fucking drives every single day. So whenever she needs one, she got me. But besides the point, I did end up buying a car because I needed one after I moved out from Miami September 1st. I came back home and I was like, hold up, I have no car, because when I moved out, I sold my car. So I purchased this, right? And besides that, I don't buy designer clothes. I bought a pair of designer shoes, the Dior B30s, I think it was called, in Miami last month. And I realized, I'm like, shit, I spent $1,300 on this pair of shoes. They're no different than a fucking Air Force One that I would wear on a regular basis. Right now, I'm wearing a pair of Asics that I overpaid. I paid like $220 for these, and I wear them every single fucking day, like literally. So it doesn't really matter. I'm not someone that's materialistic. I'm just really investing my money, and I want to be able to, you know, invest a lot of money and save a lot of money and spend a lot of money, but spend money on important things. Like I want to spend over $50,000 this year on just education. I want to be able to I already paid my parents' debt, so I want to be able to maybe purchase my parents a home. Who knows? If I'm in the way where I can, you know, splurge multiple 5 figures into a home for my parents, right, and put down and be able to pay that on a monthly basis, I would. Because at the end of the day, they gave their entire life coming into the United States and providing me with a better opportunity. If you guys don't know about my story, I was born in a third world country in the Dominican Republic, and I came to the United States when I was 12 years old. So if I was able to make it, and I haven't made it out yet, in no case at all, but if I was able to genuinely do something for myself and play the game of business, why can't you, right? A lot of us are not gifted to become baseball players or basketball players or soccer players. Like at the end of the day, we have our different journeys. And that's something that I talk to a lot of people. Like obviously when you hear the term Dominican, you just think about baseball players. Well, I wasn't fucking talently gifted with, you know, a great arm so I can just throw 90s and 100s when I'm fucking 15 years old. So besides the point, those are the few lessons that I learned. I guess the last one is that, you know, you're gonna make mistakes. I made bad decisions this year. I made great decisions this year. And, you know, it's part of life. It's part of business. You know, another thing that I would say is don't trust anyone. Now my circle is very small. It's literally the people that I work with that are part of my team, and then 2 of my very close friends that are my hometown friends. That's it. I don't talk to people. I don't associate with anyone that I don't know. And it's not a selfish thing, is that the smaller your group is, the better. Because the last thing you want is people backstabbing you, which has happened to me. The last thing you want is not being able to trust people. So whenever you try to make new friends or you try to expand your circle, just really think through if it's the smart decision, right? So besides the point, I feel like I yapped so much in this video and I didn't give crazy lessons or I didn't give crazy game, but realistically going into the 2026 year, I really want to focus a lot on content and health. I really want to change my body entirely just because I really struggle with my weight, my body weight. Like I'm 210 right now. I used to be like 180. And like at the end of the day, bro, like it's part of life. And by my birthday, which is 7 months from now, I want to be, you know, more lean, more toned. And most importantly, I just really want to keep growing the business. Right now that I set a foundation for myself, I want to be able to grow, right? I want to be able to scale my business. My agency is doing over $100,000 every single month. So I want to scale that to $500,000 a month every single month. And I'm not thinking in a monthly basis. I'm thinking a lot bigger because that is thinking bigger. That is a 4x in a single year, right? My business realistically going into 2025, bro. But yeah, I think it's 5x, right? I think. But besides the point, yeah, like my life changed completely in the year of 2025, and my goal of 2026 is to be able to put out as much content as possible. I'm moving out later this month. Don't know yet if I will get a house down in Florida or I will get an apartment. I'm still debating, but I'm moving with my boy, Aaron, who's my sales manager, and we work together, part of the agency. So it's gonna be pretty good the next year. Going down to Miami, being there finally for a full year, and then figuring out, I mean, I'm going to be 22 by summer of 2026, so we will see. But right now, I'm just really, truly focused on myself, my business, and that's about it. Like, honestly, I've set a foundation for myself last year. This year in 2026 is just scaling and see where it takes me, honestly. Just learning more, implementing more, and just doing more, because I feel like last year, I didn't put 100,000%. I maybe put 100%, maybe I put 90%, whatever it may be, but I want to be able to be good at every single criteria of my life. I want to be, I don't know, I want to be the best possible guy that I can possibly be. That's just truly what it is. And that's it. And I'm going to scale as hard as possible, and we're going to be able to see when I come back to this video next year, review it, and see where I'm at. I want to be able to, I mean, in a matter of like literally a few weeks, I was able to get like 1,500 subscribers on YouTube by just posting like 4 videos in a single month. So I want to be able to consistently post once, twice per week on YouTube, and maybe grow to 30,000 subscribers, and in 2027 grow to 100,000 subscribers. Who knows? I could grow to 100,000 subscribers in a single fucking month. So it really just is what you put your mind to. So right now my mind is into content, my mind is into business, and my mind is into health, and most importantly, growing my relationship with my dear Lord Jesus Christ. And that's about it. I don't really care about relationships. I don't care about being with girls. I don't care about anything else. Just making sure that everyone around me is happy, is blessed, and we're all making money together. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, it's JacksonXLuna. I'm going to be posting on Instagram as well. I created a new account, so we'll see how that takes me. So besides that, more content all 2026, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.